Hello everyone, this is Caben Rocker again, bringing you another lesson in Melodica playing. And thank you for joining my channel, Melodica Jazz. Today, I'll be doing a lesson on how to play your fingering for the Melodica. I'm going to be using my tube mouthpiece, okay, so I could show you horizontally how to play it, okay? And, let me just use my C scale to show you just the rules of what exactly a major scale is. All right, so that's a C scale. Now, all major scales, all right, also known as diatonic scales or Ionian modes, are made out of what I call a sequence of half tones and whole tones. So take a look at this from C to D. C to D is what I call a whole tone, okay? Because there's a half tone in between it. All right, so let's say I was to play a chromatic scale, which is made out of just half tones. It would sound like this. All right, so you guys have probably heard that before, okay? That's a chromatic tone. It's made out of just the half tones, okay? So all major scales, all right, have 5 whole tones and 2 half tones. And this is the sequence. We have starting from the root. So let's say I'm playing C to C, okay? You start from the root and you start counting. We have a whole tone, half tone, okay? There's no space in there. Then we have a whole tone, half tone, all right? So again, whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone. So by knowing the sequence, you can play any scale. So let's say I chose to play in A flat. Okay, this is A flat, that's A flat. I'll go again, whole tone, all right? You see the half tone between there. So whole tone, half tone, okay? Whole tone again, I'm skipping this. Whole tone, half tone. All right? Again, whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone. If I was to play it in B, again, whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone. By knowing the sequence, you can play any major scale. Now, the fingering is the tricky part, and that's what I've been getting a lot of questions to do tutorials on. So let's start with all the white keys, how to play major scales in just the white keys. All right, and I'll show you the rules. So for the white keys, let's say I start in the key of C. All right, what I'm gonna use, all right, are my top 3 fingers from C to E. Then I'm going to, all right, tug my thumb under to F. Okay, again, top 3 fingers, tug my thumb to F, and then play the scale all the way to my pinky, all right? Now to go back, I play the scale, okay, with my fingers. Then my middle finger goes over my thumb. We have my index finger and then thumb. Okay, again, thumb, index finger, middle finger, thumb goes under to F, then, all right, the rest of the fingers, play the pinky again at C, and then cross the middle finger over to the E, index finger, and C. I'm going to play it with the tube mouthpiece, all right, and show you how it sounds. All right, so that's the fingering for C. Now, all the white keys use the same fingering except for the key of F. Okay, so I will show you. So let's start on, let's say, the major scale E. Again, if I'm playing the major scale in E, again, we have starting on E, you go whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, half tone. And to use the fingering, like I said, your first three fingers, okay, you thug the thumb under it to the fourth note. All right, play the rest of the fingers to the pinky. All right, play it back, then use middle finger again over it. All right, and like that. All right, so let me play it again. E. All right, now again, any white key, the fingerings is the same. So let's go to F. F. Okay, where there's an exception. Okay, so in F that's the only white key fingering that's different. In F, you go thumb, index finger, middle finger, then fourth finger, then you tug the thumb under to C. You go index finger, middle finger, and you end in the fourth finger again, the ring finger. Okay, all right, and then you go back the same way. You get to the thumb. Now, again, you tug in the ring finger. All right. Okay, and that is F. Everything else is the same. Everything else, you use the top three, tug the thumb under to the fourth note, rest of the finger. So let's see. So with this, you can pretty much play all the major scales and all the white keys. So let's take B, okay? Same thing. Only exception is F. So I'm going to play a few of these just to show you what I mean. Starting with B. And like I said, all you need to know is the sequence, which is whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, half tone, okay? And F, I said, was different when it comes to white keys. Start on thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger. Thug your thumb under to C, index finger, middle finger, ring finger again. Play it back, go all the way to the thumb, and then ring finger here, middle finger, index finger, and thumb. So for the Y keys again, start with the three fingers, pull your thumb under, all right? And then once you play it back, you reach with your middle finger over, and then you play it that way. Exception is F. Again, I'll play from C all the way to C. Right? And I think I forgot D, so I'll play it again. Okay, so that's basically it for your Y keys. Again, the sequence to find any major scale, no matter where you start with, even if it's not a Y key, is whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone, half tone. Okay, so even if I started from the C sharp, it would be whole tone, half tone, right? There's no half, that's a half tone. Then whole tone, half tone, okay? All right, now for the black keys, it's different. The piano is a very naturally made instrument, so meaning that it fits naturally to your hands or your fingers. So for the black keys, it's different. We have two groups of the black, and then of the three black notes, right? You have the 2 and the 3, so 2 and the 3s, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the 3s first. So this is what you need to remember, okay? The fingers you start when you start on a F sharp, you start with your index finger. If you ever start on a A flat, you start with your middle finger. For your B flat, you start with your ring finger, okay? Okay, so anytime you're starting on these, that's the fingering use. The rule is that whatever finger you start with is the finger you have to end with, okay? So let me show you the fingering for F sharp, or also known as G flat, okay? This one. So again, there's the fingering. So if I start from here, this is how it sounds. Anytime you start it, let's say we're doing the F sharp, right? So we have index finger, middle finger, ring finger. Anytime you move to a white key, all right, you put your thumb there, right? Okay. And so it sounds like this, or it looks like this, I should say. Index finger, ring, middle finger, ring finger, thumb. Okay. Okay. Then you do that, thumb, and then you play the rest of the notes. All right. So again, anytime you have a white note, you play your thumb. So it looks like this again. All right. Index finger, middle finger. Right. We have ring finger, thumb. Index finger, middle finger. Again, thumb, because it's a white note. And then back to your index finger. Whatever note you start with is what, or whatever finger you start with is what finger you should end with. Okay. Again, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, thumb, index finger, middle finger, thumb again, ring finger. Index finger. Okay. All right. So I will sound it out. All right, and remember this, the finger, and this is how you know which finger to start with. So let's do the A flat. All right, we're starting with the middle finger. Okay, so middle finger, ring finger. Remember, whenever you have a white note, you go to the thumb, right? Or your next white note, you go to the thumb, I should say. So again, middle finger, ring finger, thumb, index finger, middle finger, thumb again. Remember, first white note, then index finger, middle finger. Whatever note whatever finger you use, you end with the same finger. Okay. So this is how it looks for your A flat. Okay, that's for your A flat. Again, there's the fingering for the group of 3. So B flat. Okay, B flat will be ring finger. All right, thumb is the next white note. Remember, index finger. We have middle finger, thumb again, next white note. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger. All right, because I started with the ring finger. All right, again. Reach over, right? And then you end with that ring finger. Okay, let me sound it out. So as long as you make sure, whenever you start with the black notes, remember the rule is that the first white note, you land on your thumb, okay? Now, for the group of twos, the black notes, there's the fingering. You all right? Index finger, middle finger, all right? So for the C sharp, all right? Remember, sequence of any major scale is whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, half tone. So we have the index finger, right, middle. Next white note will be what? Your thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger. Next white note again, thumb, then index finger. Remember, I start this. There's the fingering. All right. So this is how it looks. So for E flat again, there's the fingering. E flat. You start in with your middle finger. So middle finger. Next note is white. So we have a thumb, index finger, or the first white note is a thumb, okay? So again, middle finger, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, then we have thumb, again, first white note after the black notes, then index finger, middle finger, okay? Let me sound that out with my tube mouthpiece. And remember what I said. We have a whole tone, right? Half tone, whole tone, half tone. So that's basically the rule for all your major scales and the shortcuts. Remember, again, just to review, for all the notes that are white, okay, you start with your first three fingers, tug your thumb under, play the rest of the notes to your pinky, and then play it back. Once you hit your thumb, put your middle finger over, and then play it that way, okay? The only exception, again, is a F. For that one, you play it all the way to your ring finger, tug your thumb under, all right? Play it all the way to your ring finger. Remember, the rule is whatever finger you use, you start with, you end with that. So again, F, all right? And there, with your ring finger, move back, all right? Ring finger here, all right? And remember what I said about the black notes. These are the fingerings you start with. So if you're playing a F sharp or F sharp, you start with this finger. A flat, you start with that finger. B flat, you start with this finger, okay? Again, ring finger, thumb. Anytime you move in from any of these notes, the first white note has to be a thumb, okay? So I hope this helped. Again, this K. Bernarco, Melodica Jazz channel. Please subscribe. I made this tutorial based on a question one of the subscribers gave me. So please remember to subscribe and tell me what you like to hear. For my next lesson, I'll go over the pentatonic fingering and the blues fingering, and various fingerings as well. I also do just specific key fingerings for those of you who want to go back and just review. Again, major scale or diatonic scale is made out of a sequence of 5 whole tones and 2 half tones. Whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe.